Hello everybody and welcome back to Astroneer, where today I realized off camera that I was an idiot. I finally found... where was it? Medium resource canister! Plastic and glass for it, so that's going to be a lot more useful. Problem is, I still need the ceramics to make plastic, as well as organics to turn to carbon, and a lot of other stuff. But today's main goal is to get deep into Dezola, so that way I can hopefully find the core, and if at all possible, maybe some laterite. Some laterite would be real nice, so I can make that centrifuge. I just realized I still have the rook and bishop pieces on me. I don't know why I still have those. I just keep forgetting to drop them off. Alright. So, if we continue this way, next time we hit a cave, I'm going to go on ahead and take a turn. So that way I can try to zigzag my way down. So apparently I'm just finding a lot of like ore deposits along the way here. I don't know why I'm finding so many. Oh, looks like we're reaching cave. What kind of cave are we looking at here? That is a Hisbane, almost immediately. So, caution is heavily advised from here on out, apparently. Okay, Hisbane right there. I'm not seeing any on the walls, so taking out this one. There we go. A bunch of dagger roots over there too. Okay. Let's get out of our little hole here and explore a bit. Need to keep an eye out for more of those damnable Hisbanes. Okay, I did get another mutant Hisbane seed. Supposedly these don't hurt, so I'm gonna take it with me. Now, finding some laterite would be nice, but I am actually going to go on ahead, smooth out this way, head over here, and try to start another path down this way. I don't know why my BGM decided to die, but I'll fix that real quick. Alright. So I'm going to try making a path down here. So hopefully this will get us a little closer, a little faster to the core. Down there actually looks like it'd be a nice spot to head towards. That is too steep, isn't it? No, apparently this is still walkable. So, I'll take it. Fix that up. Nope. Fix that up. There we go. Alright. And down we go even further. I'm seeing... is that more wolframite, I think? I think that's wolframite. Alright. We continue further forth. The question now is just... what else are we going to find down here? Because I want to go until I reach the core. I just don't know how far the core is, which is probably my biggest problem. Because I did not look up exactly how big each of these planets is. Actually, this isn't even a planet, this is a moon. Got some wolframite. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't think we... oh, there's the mantle layer. I was waiting for that one to trigger. Okay, so that just means the digging's going to take a little longer from here out. Alright. But we are still getting somewhere. Oh. There goes another wolframite pop. Oh, there's a lot of wolframite down here. Kind of sad to just let this all go to waste. But I want to get down ASAP, so I'm going to keep going. Alright, I can always use the soil centrifuge to get more, probably, but I'm going to try not to dig up as much as I can. Alright, so we just need to continue forth until we reach another cave, and then I'll go on ahead and zigzag back on myself. I think we've reached another cave, actually. Alright. I think that's cave dead ahead. Yeah, I see cave. Alright. Question is, where are we now? Okay, I was making sure that I was still going at the angle that I thought I was, and then I hadn't gotten, flattened out somewhere. Why is this piece here? I don't know. I'm just gonna smooth all this out. Make a nice path for me where... Yeah, the stone is pretty tough out here. Oh, jeez. I got jump scared by my own cursor. Jeez. Dig out a lot of this opening. Where the hell are we? Oh, I just realized my my oxygen network might need to be fixed up here in a second. Alright. I'm not seeing any crazy plants just yet, which is a good thing. Not seeing any hispanes. I see some dagger roots down there. That might become a problem. Oh, I see a hispane. That is unfortunate, but at least it seems like I'm out of range. As soon as I hear that hispane sound effect, I need to move away rapidly. Alright. So let's get a little bit of dirt back. This is refilling my stuff, right? I think it is. Either way, I'm making a nice big spot for me to get through when I need to. Also making sure there's no hispanes up here. Jeez, I got jump scared by my, my little tether. Okay. Maybe I'm too focused on just clearing out these walls. I think me being jump scared by both my cursor and my tether shows exactly that. Okay. I'm not seeing any hispanes. Whoa, this is a crazy looking cave. Alright. Let's start bridging our way down, I guess. Oh, I just realized I am running out of oxygen. Okay. Any hispanes in here? Nope, we're good. Alright. So, once I get to the bottom, I see a hispane there. And a crap load of dagger roots. Holy crap. Is that a... No, that's a research thing. I thought that was a pack down there. Alright, so... Let's get into the wall here. And I'll try to level my way down. Wow, this cave just keeps going. Does that mean that I'm getting close to the core? Because I've only seen caves like this the times that I've gotten to the core of Silva in previous playthroughs. They're the big, massive caves with a bunch of hispanes around. The bunch of hispanes around might just be my bad luck, but I feel like we're getting close to the core. Refill on dirt a little bit. Alright. Taking care of a little bit of... hispane. I can't get up there. Okay. That can't hurt me from all the way down here, right? Damn, about now is when I wish I had a range extender. I don't think it's gonna hurt me. So I'm just gonna keep going. And hope it doesn't notice me. Okay. I'm not seeing any laterite yet. That's another thing. Yeah, it doesn't see me. Okay. That is... Oh, laterite. Speaking, it shall appear, apparently. Actually, that's something I really desperately need, so let's pick up a little bit of that. At least a node or two. Oh. Ah, it's a big laterite piece, okay. So... There we go. That's what I needed. And just to make sure I don't get hisbaned later on, let's just do a little bit of that. Alright. Now that I'm safe from the hisbane, I could take this up and start on that project. So I could also take this tunnel over to the rest of this area. Because that laterite is very, very tempting. Oh. Sorry, I thought I used the last of my tethers. Let's combo these, I guess, or not. So if I set these down, put this here, put that there, boom, done. Alright. So I think we can get into here and start checking out the rest of this chasm. Yeah, I think that's our next goal. So let's head back up, drop off what we've got, and maybe make a chemistry lab. Then I can start making plastics, I can start storing a bunch more stuff. Which is going to be real nice. Alright. Here's where I saw that hisbane, and then up we go. Now we're just out of the cave zone. Oof. Slide along as I point. Alright. But getting a nice big storage for all of these, like, quartz and stuff, would be awesome. I just don't know how exactly we're going to store all of this. Alright. So, let's get over here. So we need to turn this laterite into aluminum ASAP, please. Put a rush order on it. Got a nice hisbane seed. I am actually going to plant this one. This one can sit over here. Because supposedly, it's not going to hurt me. Supposedly. I don't know. I've never planted a mutant seed because I don't care for having those things around. There's a reason I don't normally plant the normal seeds back. So, for the medium canister we need plastic. For the chem lab we need ceramic, but I can make a soil centrifuge right now if I go and get some compound. Which is exactly what I'm going to do. Whilst I'm out there, I'm also going to grab those resin bits to make another zone to place stuff. I'm also going to place this down because I have no freaking clue what these do, and I don't want to lose them. Alright. Got some aluminum over there, turn that off, so let's go pick us up some resin and some compound. Should not be too hard of a journey. Basically wired the entire way there. Alright. So we're actually making some progress, which I'm very, very happy about. What was this sapphirolite for, I think? Zinc, that's right. I do want to make some batteries. What was the large battery? Zinc and lithium. Normal battery was just a zinc, right? Medium battery was Still zinc and lithium. But the small battery was just zinc, which means that I can make a bunch of batteries out of this, which is going to be super handy dandy. Alright, so let's head back here. I could probably pick up some resin back from the crater where we started. There's some compound down there, and there's the mass load of compound here. I'm actually going to start eating at it from this side. Move that to there. Alright. Start munching on all that. Then I'll pick up some resin on the way home. Alright. 4 bits ought to be enough. Any ceramics out here before I head back? There's a crater. There is nada. There's danger down there, which I don't feel like dealing with. Come on. Make this up. There we go. I think we can check back close to the ship to see if there's anything. But I don't think there was any clay. Otherwise I would have remembered that, right? So I know that there was some... Am I just an idiot? I think I'm just an idiot. Okay! New plan. Harvest the clay that apparently was right in front of my face this whole goddamn time. Making a soil centrifuge would still be a good idea, but this was what I was actually worried about the most. Let's go around and pick up the rest. So I need exactly 1. But you know what? I'm going to grab more. Screw it. Actually, no, I need 2, so I can make a landing platform also. Actually, no, that's 3. So either way, I'd still need to make a little bit more, as it seems. Oh, there's a little bit more right there. Come on. Show yourself, clay. Where is it? Wait, that was all that was there. 1 piece? Okay. So it looks like I am going to need that resin after all, which... I'm not seeing any here. So I'll just grab some on the way back then. Because there's some resin there still. Alright. Let's just head home with our newly found clay. Because with the clay, we can at least go ahead and start making storage, which is going to be omega ultra useful. Alright, pick up some more of this. I can make some more large platforms. Oh jeez, don't want to fall in there. Alright. And let's get home so I can... Actually, I need to make 2 of these, don't I? I don't have enough storage space on me, so let's just worry about that a little later. Because I do want to make that soil centrifuge, I just don't really have any ultimate need for it now. It's just kind of helpful to get a bunch of supplies. Alright. So heading on down. I'll get the ceramic a-cookin'. And I'll get this a-makin'. Alright. And then we can use the compound to make our lab. Oh my goodness. I do want to make another small battery, maybe? Because getting a little bit of battery power would also be nice. So once this is done, we should have enough for our chemistry lab. Means that I can start making materials. Actually, I can use this to make the stuff. Hold on. Let's rotate around. I'll put the chem lab over here. I need to smooth out this zone again. Alright. So let's set that there. So I'll put the chem lab there once it's done. Making that. I can probably go ahead and use that for storage. Actually, I've already got storage there handled. Alright. Nope. I forgot I can hold things like that. Alright. So we need tungsten. We need glass. I've got the ceramic. So let's do this thing. Chem lab, baby! Alright, I should also go and get some of that zinc so I can make some more batteries. But that is at least most of our mission here completed. Now I just need to get to the core so I can have free access back to here. Alright. Let us grab some more of that sapphirolite. And I don't know why my BGM stuff is dying right now. Either way, I think that should fix it. So let's go ahead and get back to the sapphirolite here. And probably make at least one more battery out of all this. Come on. There we go. I'll make... There we go. So that's done. Come on, sapphirolite. There we go. I'm also in need of trying to find some organic compound, which I remember the Hispane saying something about tapping to get organic. So maybe our mutant Hispane will do the same? Yeah, there's our Hispane. Alright, sapphirolite, you can start cooking there. You are gonna go right over here. Oh. Oh, you need the large one. Okay. So I'll set you over there for... Nope. That's not what I meant to do. Alright. Let's set this over here for now. So here, we can unpack this. Ah. It is backwards. So there's that. Boom, boom. Unpack. Alright. That's the zinc. I will put in another. Alright. So this... What do I need? That's rubber, plastic. I do need plastic, but I need carbon first. I don't think I can yoink that. Yeah. Okay. So you can harvest. Produces organic when tapped. So how do we make a tap? Do I have that unlocked? Know that was leveling. Tapper. Here we go. Produces resources when tapped target. Okay. I think I have an aluminum somewhere. Yeah, I've got an aluminum. So let's see. Can I make a tapper? Generator. Printer. Tapper. Here we go. So, can I tap this? Automation item. Okay. So, if I put you there... Is it on? Hello? It's generating. Oh, it is. And our little... Oh, harmless flora. Oh! That's so cool! Okay. So this is how we get our carbon. We get our carbon, then we can make plastic with compound. And then we should be able to make large storage containers to store a bunch of these things like our zinc and our quartz. I think. I do believe that's how that works. Let's try to put this here. This one can be our little canister storage. So once this makes a whole... Well, actually, I can just harvest over here for now. But that's at least a good way to get a good source of carbon. So, we'll go ahead, turn that to carbon real quick. While that's happening, I'm actually going to level out a little bit of this. Alright. That looks even worse than when I didn't have that. So let's flatten this out just a little bit. Alright. It's looking better at least. There was another divot with some seeds in it, I think. Yep, there it is. Yoink. And yoink. Alright. So now that that carbon is done, let us create plastic. Because plastic was what I needed for that, right? For the canister, yeah, it's plastic. Alright. Let's do this thing. Make us some plastic. Oh. It's using up a little bit of power, so I'm actually gonna tap all these together just to get that going. That should be working. I mean, it's going. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to make some extra batteries after this. Oh. Plastic! Alright. Turn these off for now. From thin air. So that's our next quest. Okay. Let's just hook all those together because I can. So now, I think it was from the small printer. Medium resource canister. So I need another glass. Which is A-okay because we have another furnace going. Okay, so this is what actually making progress feels like. It's doing good. Alright, so our next steps should be to explore that big chasm. Probably next episode. Maybe, I don't know. We're already sitting at 27 minutes for this recording, so... we could probably go down and figure out what's in there. So that's glass done. We've got a thing of plastic at the ready. So plastic and glass. Make ourselves a medium resource canister. And we should probably store all of our quartz in there because we've got way too much of it. Supposedly this can store up to 20 nuggets of stuff. Oh, there we go. And I can store it in my backpack. Hell yeah. Alright. Let's get this unpacked here. So, if I wanted to say... Ooh. That is cool. And I can just... Alright. That's actually pretty handy. And you can just see the little clumplets of it in there. And I think this is done. So I can yoink that. Oh, that's cool. Alright. So we'll make another one real quick. Probably to store the wolframite, because we do need some more storage for that. I'm going to go down and pick up those ones that we forgot. Switch that back to tethers. Huzzah! Alright. Boom, 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 boom. There's one more down here, I think. Yep. Boom. May as well make the ceiling a little higher now. Alright. Never have too much glass. Alright. So now that that's done, I can probably just bring all this back and shove it all into the canister. That is super handy. Alright. Now, I don't know if we'd be able to carry that back to base, but we can probably make some more back at base and just make a big old storage system for everything. Just go ahead, slot that in. That is so cool. And I got no more. Alright. And that is 13 total, and then if I... that... That's so cool. Alright. I'm probably going to go and get some more resin off camera so I can make a few more slots for this. But I can probably go on ahead and also make a bit more plastic real quick too. So if we do that, boom, more plastic, so we can really start getting some storage going. Alright, let's get all these going so we can get that producing. Holy hell yeah. Alright. I am loving this. Alright, plastic there is done. Make that. We need more glass. Luckily. Boom. That is so cool. I wonder what happens if we have like a glass storage on here. Would it just... like if I put a quartz here, it moves it here. Huh. That could be really interesting to make a whole factory of this. Huh. I know that there was an automation update a while ago, but I never really got to mess around with it. Maybe this playthrough I will. But I wonder what happens when you tap the other plants in the game. Do they give you different things other than organic? Probably not, in all honesty. But it's worth hoping for. Where's the batteries? Battery, here we go. May as well make some of these while I'm thinking about it here. Alright, canister, you're coming with me. Then I'll slot the batteries down over here so they can get a little bit of charge. Yeah, over here. Alright. Daisy chain all these together. I'll probably move them there. Alright. And we can pop down another canister. Where do I want to put another canister? I think I'll wait until I get another spot to put it. So I'll set that there. Set this back to tethers. And start cooking up another organic. But that's going to be where this episode ends. So I hope you'll have enjoyed this episode of Astroneer. And yeah, hope to see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.